To my channel. I am Dr. Suraiya Shahin and today I will deal questions from UGC NET exam December 2011. I have already dealt the question from June 2011 and today I will deal questions from December 2011. The first question is here. Poem descriptive of rural life and scenery is written by. First option is William Wordsworth, second is Robert Southey, third is John Clare, and the last is John Gray. So it was John Clare, sorry. So the correct answer would be here John Clare, who has written the poems descriptive of rural life and sceneries. Next question is here. Hemingway's novel A Farewell to Arms is divided into first two books, second option is three books, third option is four books, and the last option is five books. So it was divided into five books. So a correct answer would be here D. A Farewell of Arms is a novel by Hemingway. And it is a very important novel. That is, it was set during the Italian campaign of World War, right? Next question is Panopticis. The title of a chapter is in a well-known book by. First option is Roman Jacobson. Second is Jacques Lacan. Third is Michel Foucault, and fourth is Jacques Derrida. So Panopticis is a title as a chapter in a well-known book that was Michel Foucault. Michel Foucault is a theorist and it is a social theory, panopticism, and that is named after panopticon. And Michel Foucault, he was a French philosopher and he talked about this concept, this theory in his book Discipline and Punish. Michel Foucault. Next question is the lines, she was a worthy woman and all her husbands at church door she had 5 hour, an example of. First is blank verse, second is clary ho, third is heroic couplet, and fourth is free verse. So your correct answer would be here heroic couplet, right? Your correct answer would be here heroic couplet. Next question is who among the following women writers famously imagined the plight of Shakespeare's sister? First option is George Eliot, second is Virginia Woolf, third is Iris Murdoch, and fourth is Frances Burney. So it was Virginia Woolf. वर्जीनिया उल्फ ने शेक्सपियर की सिस्टर को ऐसे मतलब इमेजिन करके उन्होंने एक रूम ऑफ वंस ओन एक ऐसे है उसमें वर्जीनिया उल्फ में ने डिस्क्राइब किया है कि इफ देयर वुड बी ट्विन सिस्टर ऑफ शेक्सपियर हाउ शी वुड बी रिस्ट्रिक्टेड फ्रॉम गेटिंग एजुकेशन. एक्चुअली वर्जीनिया उल्फ she belongs to the first wave feminism and she talks about how women are रिस्ट्रिक्टेड फ्रॉम गेटिंग एजुकेशन. सो उनका कहना है कि शेक्सपियर को इतनी मतलब एजुकेशन पाने के लिए उनको फ्रीडम मिली थी, इसलिए शेक्सपियर ने एजुकेशन पाया क्योंकि वह एक मेल था. लेकिन अगर शेक्सपियर की जगह पे अगर उसकी सिस्टर होती तो शायद वह उसके तरह इतना अचीव नहीं कर पाती उस टाइम में, क्योंकि उस टाइम में भी इंग्लैंड में भी काफ़ी पेट्रियार्की था. जो वीमेन को एजुकेशन उस टाइम वहाँ इतनी ज़्यादा फ्रीडम नहीं थी एजुकेशन पाने के लिए, तो वो उस तरह से नहीं हो पाती. तो यह वर्जीनिया उल्फ थी जो she as a feminist writer she talks about she imagined the plight of Shakespeare's sister. एक imagine करके fictional तौर पर उसने इस book में लिखा है A Room of One's Own. This is a essay by Virginia Woolf and you must read this essay. Next question is read the following statement and the reason given for it. Choose the right response. Assertion: Dickens novels are called Newgate novels. Reason है they are called so because Dickens adulates in these novels the careers and adventures of criminals. Right? So both A and R both are true. ये दोनों ही सही है एंड R इज द करेक्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन. ये आपका एक्सप्लेनेशन भी सही है, ये दोनों ही सही है क्योंकि डिकेंस नॉवेल्स आर कॉल्ड न्यूगेट नॉवेल्स एंड दे आर कॉल्ड सो बिकॉज डिकेंस एडुलेट्स इन दिस नॉवेल्स द करियर्स एंड एडवेंचर्स ऑफ क्रिमिनल्स. राइट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज So your correct answer would be here A, right? Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation. Next question is here, who among the following writers doesn't belong to the group the यूनिवर्सिटी वीड्स? इसमें से कौन सा राइटर है जो यूनिवर्सिटी वीड से बिलोंग नहीं करते हैं? फर्स्ट जॉन लिली, सेकेंड थॉमस नैश, थर्ड इज जॉर्ज पील, एंड फोर्थ इज थॉमस कीड. So you know it was Thomas Keed is used to name a group of 16th in English playwright, right? So John Lilly, Thomas Nash, George Pele, they all belong to University Weeds. And your correct answer, Kid was not from university, although his name is also sometimes associated with university Weeds. में कई बार ये क्वेश्चन थोड़ी सी आपको यूजीसी नेट में कंफ्यूजन दे दिया है, क्योंकि टॉमस कीड को भी यूनिवर्सिटी वीड्स में रखा गया है, लेकिन इनको जो जितने एक्टिव ये थे उस हिसाब से उस कैटेगरी में ये नहीं आते हैं, तो इसलिए आपका आंसर ये हो सकता है टॉमस कीड, लेकिन ये भी यूनिवर्सिटी वीट में आते हैं वैसे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कैरेक्टर ऑफ वेबस्टर्स द वाइट डेविल्स अटर द मेमोरेबल वर्ड्स ऑफ गे एंड ऑनर्ड robs those tortures try with he kicked board sing when ended they cry. सो इसमें कौन सा है? विक्टोरिया कोरम्बोना, ब्रैकेनियो, कैर्डिनल, फ्लेमिनो. एक्चुअली वेबस्टर के वाइट डेविल आपने अगर पढ़ा होगा तो इट वाज फ्लेमिनो हु अटर्स. It was Flamino. So your correct answer would be Flamino, who utters of gay honors robs those tortures try. Next question is, all great literature is at bottom a criticism of life. This statement is attributed to. Guess करो किसने कहा था? It was Matthew Arnold. Matthew Arnold talks about the criticism of life. He talks about all great literature is at bottom. He talks about how poetry teaches us how to live. He talks about these things. So Arnold, he talk about all great literature at bottom criticism of life, and in 1865 Arnold published Essay in Criticism, which contains the lines. Next question is, who amongst the following is not a Jewish American novelist? First is J.D. Salinger, second is Henry Green, third is William Faulkner, and fourth is Philip Roth. इसमें से कौन सा Jewish American नहीं है? So it was Henry Green. He was not a Jewish American novelist. So the correct answer would be B. Next question is, which among the following plays by Christopher Marlowe has epic features? First is Dr. Faustus, second is Edward, second, third is Hero and Leander, and the last is Tamburlaine the Great. So it was Tamburlaine the Great that he has the epic features, and you know this is a very important tragedy by Christopher Marlowe, and that is written in two part, right? Next is Sir Froplin is a character in. First option is by Charles the Plain Dealer, second is Congress the Way of the Board, third is Ithris the Man of Mode, and the last is Devenants the Platonic Lovers. So Sir Froplin is a character in Ithris the Man of Mode. So your correct answer would be here the Man of Mode. So Sir Froplin is a character in Ithris the Man of Mode. So your correct answer would be here C. Next question number 13. Who famously said 3 or 4 families in a country village is a very thing to walk on? First is Clara Reeve, second is Maria Worth, third is Frances Burney, and the last option is Jane Austen. So it was Jane Austen who said 3 or 4 families in a country village is very thing to work on. You know, Jane Austen, she is a Victorian writer, novelist, British novelist, and she talks about females issue. Actually, she talks in the social context how she talks about marriage and relationship and gender in her novels, and her Pride and Prejudice is a very important novel. Next question is, Akem Funa is a character in the novel. First is When Rain Clouds Gather, second is The Mimic Man, third is The Things Fall Apart, and the last is The Interpreters. So Akem Funa is a character in the novel. Guess who is the writer? And where is the novel? It was Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart, Akamfulla. You know Chinua Achebe, post-colonial writer, and from Nigeria, and he talks about patriarchy and the disintegration and the colonial effect in Nigeria, how the Britishers occupied, how they influenced the culture of Nigeria, and how they introduced English languages in Nigeria, and how the missionaries set up the schools in Nigeria, and the people who were caught in speaking in their native language, they were beaten and they called donkey, as described by Ngugiba Thiong'o, who is also a Nigerian post-colonial theorist and writer. So this is a very important novel, Things Fall Apart, by Nigerian writer Chinua Achebe. You must read, and Akamfuna is a very important character in this novel. Next question is, a foot consisting of a strong syllable followed by a weak syllable is called. First is trochee, second is iambic, third is spondy, and the last is terza rima. So a foot consisting of a strong syllable, पहले स्ट्रॉन्ग सिलेबल आएगा, देन फॉलोड बाई अ वीक सिलेबल, उसके बाद वीक सिलेबल आएगा. तो यह किस में होता है? एक्चुअली ट्रॉची में होता है. सो ये करेक्ट आंसर वुड बी ट्रॉची. ये प्रोसीडी से आपका क्वेश्चन पूछा है. रेटरिक एंड प्रोसीडी से भी आपको एक दो क्वेश्चन पूछे ही जाते हैं एग्जाम में. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाट इज दैट चॉसर focus on in the depiction of the wife of Bath in the Canterbury Tales? Meekness, second is defiance, third is chastity, and the last is experience. Actually he talks about the wife of Bath as defiance, right? You know, wife of Bath is a very important character in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, who has 5 husbands, and she talks about the women's place and how women's role in patriarchal family, wife of Bath. So your correct answer would be here B, wife, defiance. Next question is, put the following books of Pope in a sequence of publication. Answer the question with the help of the code given below. यानी कि ये सारे जो क्वेश्चन ये है सीक्वेंस में आपको डालना है. द डंसियार्ड, द रेप ऑफ द लॉक, एन एस ऑफ मैन, एंड एन एस ऑन क्रिटिसिज्म. सो आपका एन एस ऑन क्रिटिसिज्म 1711 में पब्लिश हुआ है. द रेप ऑफ द लॉक जो है वह आपका 1712 में हुआ. डेंसियार्ड 17 ये डेंसियार्ड वो आपका पब्लिश 1721 में, और आपका एसे ऑन मैन पब्लिश हुआ आपका 1735 में. सो आपका करेक्ट आंसर वुड बी हेयर सी, 4213 sequence. Next question is, Dinah Morris is a character in George Eliot's novel. George Eliot से भी काफ़ी क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं. First option is Middlemarch, second is Silas Marner, third is Daniel Deroda, and the last option is Adam Bede. So Dinah Morris is a character in George Eliot's novel Adam Bede. Adam Bede is a very important novel, and George Eliot, you know, she is known as a realistic novelist, and in this book you can get the essence of realism, Adam Bede, right? And she, George Eliot, you know, she writes under her pen name Mary Ann Evans. And why Victorian female writers wrote under pseudonym or pen name? Because in that time in Victorian society in England, actually women's education were restricted, and when women wrote the literary works, the male writers or the males didn't take seriously the literary works of the female writers. So this was the reason that female writers started writing under the pseudonym of like a male, and they didn't want to actually they didn't want to be recognized with their real name. The next question is, the Booker Prize is awarded by a panel of judges to the best novel by a citizen of the United Kingdom. Second is the British Commonwealth. Third is the United Kingdom or the British Commonwealth. And the last is the United Kingdom or the British Commonwealth or the Republic of Ireland. So it was the Booker Prize is awarded by the panel of judges to the best novel by a citizen of the British Commonwealth. So the correct answer would be here B. Next question is here, a curtel sonnet consists of. यानी यही क्वेश्चन आपको जो है प्रीवियस में पूछा गया था सेम क्वेश्चन, लेकिन आपको वो पूछा गया था प्रीवियस ईयर इससे पहले वाले में कि 2011 के ही प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन में कि हु इन्वेंटेड कर्टेल सोनेट, तो जीएम हॉपकिंस। अब यहाँ क्वेश्चन पूछा जा रहा है कर्टेल सोनेट कंसिस्ट ऑफ कितने लाइन का होता है। एक्चुअली होता है 10.5 लाइन, जिसको 11 लाइन्स में काउंट किया जाता है। सो ये करेक्ट आंसर वुड बी here 11. So I have dealt till question number 20, and the next questions I will deal in the next class.